Hey Shaan, congrats on your admits into Imperial, and thank you so much for taking out the time for this review. Before we dive in with the review, let's start off with a short description about your profile.
Thank you, Vanessa. So I'm a 2019 Information Science Engineering graduate. I'm currently working as a backup and storage engineer in Hewlett Packard Enterprise. I feel I had a good profile, and that was more about to do with the two startups that I was running, which was Juventus Group and other one Spicent, which was an export company. And with international experience, like I had an internship in business modeling from UK, one of the universities in UK called Teesside University. And I also represented India in one of the youth conferences in China. So I think these things actually helped me with the profile evaluation as well.
All right, okay, great. So how was your overall experience with MiM-Essay?
Well, I really enjoyed, had a great time because I did consult few counseling centers, but then I stuck to MIM for many reasons. It could be due to the flexibility that I had, or also the conversation that I had, the first call, the profile evaluation, right? You know you have all these abilities, but you don't know where to put it and how it needs to be executed. And also sometimes you need the confidence with this pandemic going around, you're not sure that if this university is going to work or if this course is going to work. So when I spoke to MiM-Essay, they filled me with a lot of confidence. And then they said that these are the universities that you can try. And I wanted to apply to one of the best universities in UK and no other than Imperial. So yeah, I think it all fell in place with MiM-Essay.
Okay, great. So how do you think that we added value to your application?
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that recognizing your strengths and also pointing out your weakness. It's not exactly pointing out your weakness, it's how can we work on your area of weakness. So one example that I would like to give, like we took a challenge with my counselor, Rhythm was my counselor. So what happened is we took the challenge of not putting my current workspace about HPE, Hewlett Packard Enterprise, in my SOP. It was a challenge. I did think about it. I was like, why am I taking this risk? But then Rhythm wanted to explore in an area. She said, let's keep your SOP and make it look like one for an entrepreneur. So let's keep it that way. Let's not try to inculcate too many things. But then she didn't want to let go of that aspect as well. She said, why don't you get a letter of recommendation from your current workplace, which goes to show that you're good at technical aspects as well. Also include it in your resume. So what happened, I think these things are something that I don't think I would have had enough confidence to go ahead with. I think with MiM-Essay, they gave me a good, these are small things like this. This is one of the aspects. Also, the fact that I had a lot of reviews for the SOP, like 4-5 edits. Now, I think if I have to do it somewhere else, it's going to be a lot of time. It'll take a lot of time. But with accessibility that I had with my counsel, I could just ping her on WhatsApp and then just be like, hey, I need some help. And she would give me a clarity and everything would have a meaning. Like if I say that I want to study in Imperial, there would be why, for what, like which course, like what is specific, which professor are you looking forward to. So I think these are the things that really help me get a better clarity on how I need to be applying for my master's.
Okay, that's lovely. And what is the best part that you loved about our services?
I think the best part has to be the flexibility that I got. Like when I say flexibility, I mean since we don't go to an office, sit down and have a conversation, it's all virtual. And since I'm working in a workspace, so I don't get time to go sit down. So it all made sense for me. Everything fell in place. Like I could schedule a call, I could do it when I was free and it would work really well. And we had multiple calls in the beginning as a profile assessment where they would analyze what's the strength in me. Sometimes I didn't know that, when you say leadership, few things do run in my head. But I think when I started writing down or filling the sheet, it gave me a better perspective. So I think these are the great features of MiM-Essay. Be it the fact that also it has to do a lot with the group. So I don't know how many people agree with this, or I'm not sure how many people can relate to this. There's a Facebook group which I was looking into. It's one of the best groups that I've been, because it's so diverse. There's so many people talking about so many colleges. They're getting out their opinions. and all these things. So I think these features are very different, and it's not as usual as the like always. And I think these things did help me. I don't know about others, but yeah, it does play a major role, and it is one of the best features.
Okay, all right. And lastly, I would like to ask you, is there something that you'd like to tell those who are really skeptical about taking up our services?
Oh yeah, so I think this contradicts the point that I just said in the beginning. So this is the best platform, because even I was doubting myself. I was like, should I be applying for this year, 2021? Should I be going ahead with the course? And I had a lot of doubt between MBA and MIM. In fact, one of the YouTube videos of MIM did help me get through that clarity. It gave me a proper clarity on what the course does, and what is going to be your pay, or what is going to be your work after your job, after your studies, and things like that. So yeah, so these things kind of did help me. And also the fact that when I started off, I wasn't sure. Like I said, I wasn't sure about should I be going ahead with this. So the first call that I had with MiM-Essay was one of it gave me a better clarity. And then it wasn't like, you take up all the 4 colleges or 5 colleges. Just apply to the colleges that you are interested in, and we will give you the service. And it has to be the MIM portal. There's a website, there's a dashboard which we can log in, and we can keep monitoring. We can see the sample, we can see sample essays. For the interview in Imperial, I did go through a lot of sample questions that was put up in the portal. So I think these are features that I don't know about other consultancies, I can't comment, but these things really did help me. And I think, I would recommend, if people are actually going forward to apply, MiM-Essay would be one of the good options.
Okay, that's lovely. Thank you so much for your kind words. And I'm pretty sure this review is going to come in handy for those who are really confused about how they need to take things forward and how they should be applying to their dream B schools in general, right? Thanks a lot once more for taking out the time for this review, Shaan, and I wish you all the luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. Thank you, MiM-Essay, and thank you, Anissa.
All right, perfect.